Hey you. Yes, you. What if I told you that wolfing isn't for you? No, I'm serious. Does it look like the face of somebody who's playing? No, seriously though. There's a time and a place for wolfing. Did you know that? If you didn't, I'm going to explain this to you in this video. Stay tuned.
You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good.
You read the title, and you're probably sitting here confused thinking, Lorenzo, every single elite waiver has always told me that I need to wolf to obtain elite waves. And guess what? They were absolutely correct. But there's also another side to it. There's a time where wolfing is actually detrimental to what you're trying to accomplish with your pattern. In order to explain that, let's take a look at what wolfing is actually supposed to do. Now, when you wolf, the purpose of wolfing is to obtain depth in your pattern. Whether you're trying to maximize the depth in your pattern, get your waves all the way down to your hairline, whatever the case may be, that is the purpose of wolfing. When you wolf, you train your waves to become deeper by training your hair to curl up at longer lengths, thus making your waves deeper. So, now that we understand what wolfing is, when is wolfing actually detrimental? Think about it like this. If wolfing makes your hair deeper, or let me rephrase that. If wolfing makes your waves deeper, what do you think it does to your forks? I'm gonna give you a moment to sit here and think about that. Now, if your answer was that wolfing makes your forks deeper, you are absolutely correct. So, you don't want your forks to get deeper, do you? In some cases, it's unavoidable because you have to wolf, but there are some advanced techniques that can help you break those forks easier. I'm going to explain the difference by showing the current state of my pattern. So, hopefully y'all can see this. If y'all look really close at my pattern, you'll notice that I have waves all the way down to my hairline. All the way down to my hairline on both sides, I have waves. So the last thing I actually need is to obtain more depth in my pattern. But there is one area that I need to increase the definition and the depth in my pattern. If you look at my crown, you will notice that my crown area is very underdeveloped. So I need to continue to let that area get thick so that my waves and my depth in my crown is maximized. You can actually achieve both by keeping your crown thick and cutting your hair shorter. So I want you all to understand one thing. The purpose of this video is not to say that wolfing is not necessary, because it absolutely is. The purpose of this video is to explain that if you're wanting to break forks and you've already obtained maximum depth in your pattern, cutting lower is actually more helpful to you than wolfing. There's a reason why when you go through a pattern shift or a pattern change, it is recommended that you cut very low, because your hair is easier to move. It's easier for you to shift your pattern, for you to make drastic changes in your pattern when your hair is lower. The same thing applies to forks. Now, I will say that cutting low is not the only way to break forks. There are plenty of methods out there to break forks, and I'm not going to get into all of those. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of information out there for you. The purpose of this video is just to explain what happens when you wolf and you're trying to break forks. So if you have a stubborn fork that you're unable to move, or you tried changing angles, you tried combing, you tried pretty much everything and nothing is working, try keeping your hair lower. Smash that like button. This is your boy Lorenzo, aka Mr. Never Sleep. Hopefully you learned something. Peace out.